everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada, and with our friendly local games store today, Nerdhaven Games in Abbotsford, to play a little bit of War at Sea. And we're playing with the version that I came up with, where we use rulers, we use tape measures, and measure distance that way. So instead of using the maps with squares on them, we have the 0 to 4 inches is 0, and then 4 to 8 inches is 1, 8 to 12 is 2, and 12 to 16 is 3. And then, of course, some of them will have extended range 4, which would go out to 20 inches. But we like it this way, a little tougher to see what's up. So we've got the American fleet that is going to be strutting its stuff, as it were. Brought some airplanes with me on this one, and a Catalina to help with the submarines that are inevitable. And we, of course, have our carrier, and that's the Yorktown. It's got some Helldivers, and they're out there going to do their thing. And the Washington, and that's the North Carolina class battleship, and I think that's the Fletcher. I can't remember, but they're out there, ready to go. You can see one of the subs there. Here's the UK's sub, the Truculence. He's got 3 Truculents. And this is my buddy Colton, who I haven't really played anything with him for quite a while, so it was good. He just texted me and said, "Hey, let's go play." And the he's got the Rodney there and the Repulse on the right, and then he's got the Euralis, the Exeter, and possibly I forget what the name is. Of course, the Ark Royal is his carrier, and he's got a couple of squadrons of the good old biplanes coming in there, Ferry Swordfish, and then he's got some Sea Hurricanes. Well, the first round comes out, and my Helldivers are able to come on in and do a little bit of damage there on his cruiser, and 2 points of damage. Of course, he's got 3 points, so he's going to survive. And then the next round I sent after his carrier, but they did not quite make it. They got aborted and sent home packing without getting a shot. His Swordfish came in and were trying to make a mess of my carrier, but one got destroyed. That was by the P-40s, and then the other one got aborted by the ship itself. And there you can see on the next round we had some more Swordfish coming in, and they were destroyed. So if you can get some good shots in with them early, it's good, because they're likely not going to survive too long. And there we have a destroyed cruiser, and felt pretty good about that, getting some bombs into the side of the ship there, which was nice. And unfortunately, he got his licks in too. He was able to come by, and he took out sorry, I forget the name of my destroyer there. At the top, though, is the Salt Lake City. Was sunk, and then we've got the Boise there. It's got a damage on it. The Washington remains unscathed, so it has its extended range is still intact. And you'd think it could do a bunch of damage, but it just received damage. The next round, it was just chaos, and the Salt Lake, or that's the Boise, was sunk by his submarines. They put a couple torpedoes into it, and of course into the Washington. I was able to get some more damage in. I actually destroyed his, I think it's the Exeter, 3 times, but he gets to roll a die, and if he gets a 5 or higher, he doesn't die. So that was a little annoying. Finally, though, we were able to put it into the deep, down into Davy Jones's locker, and I sent everything I had at it, because he did not have any planes except for his Sea Hurricanes, and he placed first, and he protected his flat top. Over here, I lost another destroyer, unfortunately. I believe that was his truculent that did that. And the Washington eventually got sunk, and I didn't even scratch his capital ships. I got hit by torpedo after torpedo after torpedo, and he just didn't get hit by anything. So at the end, the Royal Navy absolutely outclassed me, and almost 2-1. So I decided we're going to change things up here, and so for round 2, we're going to bring the Japanese in, and he's got his Mitchell there. He's coming after my Tone, but I had brought some of the heavy hitters as well. But I also brought 5 of these little sub-chasers because I knew he was going to bring in 3 truculents. And so I brought my 5 sub-chasers out there, and I brought no planes this round whatsoever, no carriers. And yeah, my little sub-chasers didn't do so well. He strafed them with his Sea Hurricanes and sank 3. He went 3 for 3. He only has to get 1 hit, and so he came through and he got his 1 hit on each of them. And they were all sunk. After they were all sunk, he had to come after my destroyers. I had brought 7 destroyers. 6 of them were the Yukitsaki. And he got some damage on them. The Tone got some damage from a long-range shell. Now, he's got 3 battleships out there. He's got the Prince of Wales, the Hood, and the King George the Fifth. And so I was eating shells from a long ways away. That one damage is from the Yamato. I put one on. I also have the Congo with me, kind of a pocket battleship. But yeah, I was able to get some lucky shots in this round. The Congo, I believe, did the killing blow here and was able to take out the Exeter. I believe that's the Exeter. And that felt pretty good. And I sank another ship as well. In the background, the Euralis, I think it was. So they both died on the same round. That was his entire right wing. So then everything I could send to my right, his left. And here come his subs, but I was able to get one with the depth charges. Or not depth charges, actually, with another sub, because my subs and his subs could shoot at each other if we're within range. The Tone at the back is getting battered by the Mitchell, and lots of smoke pouring out of that. But it's still afloat. Still afloat. And we had some fun. I got a little bit of a long shot here, and that's on the Prince of Wales, a long distance shot. But he's got 3 battleships there, and it was pretty bad. We also had 3 objectives out this turn. They each were 25 points. His long range shots with the Prince of Wales, he got one back onto the Bismarck. I was trying to hide behind a bit of an island, and you can see the Congo beside the Bismarck there. And then I just started losing destroyers by the bushel. But I sent, like I said, I had 8 of those. I had 5 of the little sub-chasers, so I just had so many things for him to shoot at, and he couldn't shoot at everything. And the Tone came back in, and the bomber was trying to bomb it. Couldn't do it, could not get it, so that was nice. The Tone survived for a little bit longer. As you can see, I was able to take out he had also brought a Canadian Haida class destroyer. I was able to take that out and took out one more of his subs with a localized sub strike. And so that was nice. My dice were a little hotter this time, and I was able to take out his cruiser here. Maybe that's the Urals. Sorry, folks, I forget the names. But that was nice to be able to take that out. And I was able to destroy the Rodney from distance. And he actually missed a few times, which was nice, which gave the Yamato a chance to really close and then open up on his ships. There goes another British truculent submarine. And that was really nice. You can see the objective right beside it. Subs can't pick up objectives, so now I ended up picking up 2 of the objectives, 2 of the 3, but then he sank my ships and the objectives go down with it. So you can see the Yamato has taken a ton of damage there. And the Tone just next to it is also 2 out of 3 damage. The Yamato has 6 hull points, so it'll stick around a little longer. There's the objective there, and his Sea Hurricanes pounced on my ship, and although the ship looks like it's sinking, there's no damage on it. He all of a sudden his Sea Hurricanes couldn't hit anything. So there's the Yamato still with 4. You can see me hiding behind the island, trying to stay out of range because he's still has 2 battleships, and they're only a few inches away here. So we're just shooting at each other. So you see the Hood, and then the Tone, and then the King George from top to bottom. And yeah, so I decided to send the Tone right in between the 2 and drew some fire, but it got destroyed. As you can see, more destruction happening here, and you can see the 2 little sub chasers right by the sub. They're dropping 3 depth charges each, trying to finish off or actually dent that sub. Couldn't do it though. Couldn't do it. I think that sub survived the whole game actually. And I lose another Yukitsaki destroyer. I think I was down to about 2 or 3 of the original 6. And I lost a different destroyer. Now you can see 1 damage. The Sea Hurricanes have been able to place on the destroyer that has the 25-point objective with it. So the destroyer is only 12, so that's a 37-point play if they can actually sink that thing. This is the other Tone that I had. You can see that the bomber is continuing to go after it. I had 2 of these ships out there. I know some of the purists out there say you can't have 2 of the same name ship, but yeah, if you play them, if you got them, go ahead and play them. Another one of my destroyers gets destroyed, this time by the Sea Hurricanes. And yeah, that was... Oh, that's the one that had the objective. Yes, of course. So they came by and they actually were able to finish it off. And there goes the Hood. Not the Hood, pardon me, the Rodney. And the Rodney didn't do as much damage this round as it did in the first. He was missing quite a bit. So that was helpful for me. But of course, eventually the Yamato attracts so many torpedoes and so many shells that it can't help but die. But it was a lot of fun. And the Imperial Japanese Navy, despite losing the Yamato, did come out on top, 194 to 162. Had a great time. Hope you enjoyed this quick video. And yeah, may the dice be with you.